So, hello everyone. I'm happy to see you all here, especially those of you who are new to FM or haven't participated in one of our debates before. My name's Simba and I'm the leader of Furry Menagerie. Tonight I will be speaking with you on why I believe that being a furry is healthy. So to start with, I'd like to take you back to my childhood. I really don't like discussing it, as the memories are still painful and vivid today. But I grew up in a place that was filled with abuse, both physical and otherwise. There were days where we didn't have enough food, days that we didn't have money to get the bus home from school in the freezing rain, and days where I was afraid that I might be killed by one of the people that I lived with. I'm diagnosed with autism, so picture yourself as me in that childhood. You're a non-social, introverted kid who gets woken up in the morning to the sound of screaming. You go to school, where none of the other kids treat you with any kindness, none of the lessons are difficult or engaging enough. Then you come home, you have a brief respite before your abuser returns home, and then you're afraid, you're on edge for the rest of the evening, likely being assaulted at least once until you go to bed. And the next day you do it again. I've always felt a sort of strange and very powerful affinity for lions from being a very tiny child right through to the current day. And it was this that drew me to The Lion King and the online world pertaining to it. I remember spending countless hours in a chat room with other Lion King fans, and it was there that I finally started to learn social skills and of course learn what a furry was. I had a persona well before I really understood what furry meant. Even to this day, I prefer, if given the choice, to roleplay my persona as an anthropomorphized quadruped rather than a biped. On 2 paws or 4, I naturally merged into the furry community in the early 2000s. I didn't realize it at the time, but becoming a furry pretty much saved my life. I had been on antidepressants since I was 4 years old. I was in the hospital more than once from attempting suicide. Furry, for the first time in my life, gave me a set of people who actually spoke to me, were kind to me, and treated me well. My furry friends were there for me when I was dragged downstairs by my hair and told that I was going to be run over until I was dead. My furry friends were there for me when my kitty, my one true companion for my entire youth, from the day I was born, passed away when I was 17. Just as strongly as they were there for me to enjoy sharing in my success, proving all the doctors wrong when I got into university and managed to live on my own. Furry may be thought of as an escape from reality, but I'm not convinced that such escapism is a bad thing. I don't think I'd be alive today without the furry community. This is why I hold you all and everyone in FM in such high regard, and dedicate countless hours and all of my energy I can muster to providing you with a happy, warm, safe, and loving home. Because, just like me, I bet many of you suffered the same kind of torturous scenes. Maybe not quite so intensely or physically in some cases, but the vast majority of furries know pain, rejection, loneliness, and the noxious depression they bring. Now I'm older, I can make sure that every furry has a safe home, just like I needed when I was younger. That home is FM. I get messages from our members sometimes telling me how grateful they are for us and everything we do, and how we've given them a place where they feel found for once. Mental health and psychological health underpins all other health. Loneliness has been researched and found to be as devastating for a person's health as heavy smoking, likewise for depression. We might not be the most physically active, but running around tearing your hair out over Indigo 1 or trying to do 20 kick-ups at a Fermi with friends is a good start to remedying that. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for being the family that I've always needed and longed for.